출석을 결심하게 된 이유가 무엇입니까?
The reason I am here is because I was waiting in the hallway after getting my hair and makeup done. When members are different group and their female manager walked past me. And the manager said to her charges to ignore me. The issue is that this isn't a one-time occurrence. During the initial period, after my debut, I would run into higher-ranking person in the company. And every time we see each other I would greet him. But not once he did greet me back. I knew if I didn't appear today, all of these would get pushed under a rug and what I went through is something that can happen to anybody. So I came today in the hope that no other idols who debuted before myself or those who will debut later will have to put up with this kind of bullying. Recently I saw on an app called Blind a person working at a company bad-mouthing Newjeans. A vice manager at the PR was discussing our Japan debut and trying to decrease our activity. And seeing that confirmed for me that it just wasn't my feelings that a company didn't like us.
김주영 대표는 증거가 없으니 참아라. 이렇게 말했다고 나와 있어요. 참고인, 그 김주영 대표로부터 증거가 없다, 참아라 이런 말을 들었습니까?
She said, there is nothing that can be done without evidence and told me to leave it behind. She said, there was a CCTV footage but only the parts that showed me greeting the group. I couldn't understand so I checked that myself. I hate the meeting with the head security and asked them why the footage stops there. They kept changing the reason during our meeting. At the time, I was in a bad state. Everything was unsure since former CEO Min Hee-jin was replaced without notice. Compounder with the fact that being a non-native, I wasn't able to 100% understand Korean. Which is why I recorded the meeting to make sure I didn't miss anything, so I have proof of them lying.
참고인이 직장 내 괴롭힘에 대해 알린 적 있습니까? 혹시 그리고 나 취한 조치가 무엇이었는지?
I heard from Hanni's parents on the 13th of June about the bullying when I was still one of the executive directors. And after hearing about it, I asked for the CCTV footage in order to help Hanni. The manager she mentions wasn't working at a door, but affiliated with a different company under another executive director. Even so I went and asked to see if it really happened. Unfortunately at this current state, we found out the stories from both sides are different. I do believe what Hanni said happened. And out of frustration tried to find evidence to prove it but have not been able to acquire it so far. As someone who was the executive director at the time, I believe, I took all kinds of measure that I possibly could. But looking back I wonder if there was more than I could have done seeing Hanni was so impacted that she feel the need to come to the National Assembly. I am really sorry, but I don't think CEO did everything she could. There was more that she could have done, and should told us she would protect us. In order to do that fighting is unavoidable. However, she had no desire to fight for us so I don't think I can say she did everything. As Hano said, I will try to give more attentive ear to my artists, and strengthen our communication. I thought about this a lot going through this incident. Of course, I am aware that laws cannot resolve every problem that exists. But I think, as humans if we respect one another, workplace bullying wouldn't be a problem. I would like to thank everyone for taking interest in this matter. And to all of my fellow colleagues and trainees I hope they don't have to worry themselves about this issue. And lastly, I will practice on my Korean, and study more, in case I am ever required to stand here again. Thank you.